So we are here at LEGO at CES, and we got a private showing, more in-depth, more personal look at the new Smart Brick. They've got some new sets coming out in March. These Star Wars sets that have the Smart Brick inside the sets, enhancing the play. We had a tour of how the Smart Brick enhances all these LEGO sets and how it works. We're going to show you some of that footage from our experience here at LEGO today.
My name is Martin, and I've been creative lead on Smart Play project with Star Wars and for the last few years. So finally, I can show the world what we've been working with, a very big team. And it all starts with a Smart Brick. So here we have the core of the experience, and it's packed full of sensors and packed full of smart components, and it is really the brain of Smart Play. But it also needs the other components, so it needs what we call the smart tags and smart minifigs. So the smart tags will tell the brick what it is that we're going to do now, what it is that we're going to be, what we're going to play. It can be a car, it can be a dinosaur, it can be a whole range of different things. And then we've got smart minifigures. They bring the minifigure play to life. They have reactions, they bring, however you play as a kid, they bring that to life with minifigure play. And as you see, all of them just look like regular LEGO components. This fits in all your LEGO builds. This is a regular 2x2 plate, and this looks like any regular minifigure, besides the fact that it has a Smart Play kind of logo on the back, so you can recognize it. First, let's see if I'm gonna wake up the brick, and I'm gonna add this tag on here. So all the things that are currently on the table here, the tags that I'm using, they're demo material, right? They're just to show the sensors, show the possibilities, show the the power of the brick, and show also the creativity you can unleash. So what I've done now here is I've put a tag on there that makes this like a music instrument. No pre-recorded sounds, it is playing what I'm doing. It's the input of me moving that makes the sound and the light come out fast and fast output. So this is like created an instrument in my hand. So just to show the reactiveness and the synthesizing play of what I'm just to be doing here. But what do we want to bring alive from a kid's perspective? Maybe a car, right? Cars are definitely always good to play with. So now this brick has the identity of a car. I put the car tag on it. Of course, we wanna, build a little car. I know kids can build way better cars than this one, but it's just a good sample here for a demo. Based on how I input, based on how fast I move, that the engine is gonna rev. And so I decide to play, but the car plays back to me. I take a sharp turn, and we might have screeching wheels. And I take too sharp of a turn, I crash. And I've got a big explosion. This is our helicopter. Engine going, cool, let's get going. Helicopter, of course, go in the air. And again, based on how fast or slow I move, the engine will rev up. And do I dare fly upside down? It gives me an alarm, be careful, no upside down. But again, we know kids want to do that anyway, so we play with that. You can also do that with creatures. Here we've chosen just our very iconic, part of the brand, the duck. Could have done any other cool creature, but now the duck has come to life. Ducky. What does a duck do when it moves a little bit more? Splashes in the water. And of course, many creatures in kids' play need to go to sleep. So let's have the duck have a little nap. And so here I'm going to use the ambient light sensor, which means it knows if I make it dark for the dino. So if I cover up the dino, it's like, what's going on? And then I'm gonna reveal it. Oh, a little cake for you. Yeah, I know, very nice, right? So make sure you blow as you would blow for blowing out a candle, straight into the brick. That was a very good one. Here is 4 little ducklings, 4 little kids. And we've got Mother Duck. And Mother Duck is on the way somewhere. But she's not looking at what are the kids doing. farting, they're laughing, they're joking. I was like, stop it. So at the same time as our birthday dino comes, Mother Duck is a bit further away. And the ducks, they're celebrating their friend. We're super excited to launch Lego Smart Play in Lego Star Wars. I mean, we're gonna bring Luke's epic journey to life. So we're going back to the original trilogy. Luke says hello. R2 says hello. And then we have the X-Wing here. So here we go. X-Wing sounds, but we're still stationary, so we're not flying yet because we want to put a pilot in, right? There you go. And we want to put R2 in there too. Nice, good co-pilot. So now the brick knows it's an X-Wing because we put it on the X-Wing tag. It knows it has Luke as a pilot. It knows R2 is a co-pilot. And now we're going to activate the engines and fly around. And again, same as before. The crazier I fly, the crazier the engine will go spool up. Do I do crazy stuff like flying upside down? Our minifigs are going to react. R2 didn't like how Luke is flying, but it could also be Luke doing something next time. So it is really generated by how I play and who I put in there. It might be some of the other characters I put in here and see what their reaction would be. And of course, because we're in the galaxy far, far away, which is pretty dangerous, we're going to use something else here. We're going to do some real cool shooting, right? But the galaxy also has a dark side. This iconic breathing, and again, this is just it generated on the spot, and next time it might be him saying something or something else, right? It is not always the same. This keeps it so fresh and exciting for the kids, and every time there is a new and different reaction, it's potentially a starting point for a new story in their heads to play out. So, of course, we want to put the brick in the TIE Advance. Again, same as before, we've got the TIE specific tile tag in here, which means if I put the brick there, the brick will behave as a TIE Advance. And again, similar to when I was flying an X-Wing, but very different sounds. We are definitely now not an X-Wing anymore, we are a TIE Advance. Of course, we're going to put in Vader as a pilot, for now at least. Vader said hello. There we go. So, of course, when we have Vader in the TIE Advance, which means we're a bit in danger with the X-Wing. So just to show, I didn't do anything else than placing a brick in here and a brick in there, right? If I pull the trigger for shooting on the TIE Advance, I'm straight away in battle with my opponent there. I didn't need to do anything else. Kids, two brothers coming together in the same room, pulling the triggers, they're straight in a space battle, which is super exciting. And we see kids running around the room. One of the things you actually notice on these models is they're specifically designed to, what we call, be very swooshable. Because the kids are literally running around, shooting, flying, hearing what the engine does. So we made these sturdy and very nice to be in kids' hands. So what you also see is that if I have hit one vehicle multiple times, one more maybe, we get the critical damage. So it has a health kind of sensing measurement there. And I can even let it explode, so let's have a look. Obviously this wasn't a fair fight for Luke, it was just as an example. And R2 definitely didn't like being exploded there. Who would? But yeah, critical damage. I think we're crash landing here on Tatooine. Maybe first we want to do a little repair before we go anywhere else on missions. So we come in a little trolley here, and we're going to use some of the color sensor, but again, for kids this is magic. A little hammer, and you wake up. There we go. Little hammer, and now we're repairing. And for sure, we also want to make it have some fuel. So fueling it up. And what's happening was Icy Cantina. There's a very famous band playing there every night. So we just want to show that the brick can do other things than space crafts. We can make some music. There's a lot of people chatting outside, so I'm not sure if I want to give you a bit of a better sound. And what you see here is not a pre-recorded sound. It is me doing the pace. I want to go really fast, which obviously a lot of kids want to do. You get a really fast-paced sound, or you want to just have it fade out and put in somebody of our smart figures to do some karaoke. My favorite is Vader, but there's many in the whole assortment that you can put in front of the mic and explore who sings the best. I can tell you already, Vader isn't the best singer, but he's fun. Some heavy breathing on the go. That would be me also in front of an audience. Anyway, so this is explore. Let the kids explore what they can do with music, what they can do with their smart figures of the whole galaxy, right? What else is there on Tatooine? Well, we've got this dewback. And we can bring the dewback to life also. So let's see. Oh, that's a kind of weird creature, but it's really fun to walk around with. And it can growl. And again, as I showed before, kids really love bringing creatures to sleep. So of course the dewback can also do that. It's yawning. We are gonna go over to Leia, because Leia is receiving messages from the galaxy. So as you can hear, Leia is having a little conversation. And again, this is not like a hugely big thing, but what you see kids doing with this, it's restarting a story. A new message came in. It's a new mission. Some thought it was the weather forecast, because that's what they had in their heads, in their lives just before. And in this case, for us, it's a new mission to go to the Death Star. So back into your X-Wing, Luke. Here we go. Starting up again. And the Death Star is very well defended. So we've got a turret, so which knows when we're moving it, and of course we're flying out, doing a good Death Star run here. But of course it's defended, and again, just want to show that it's not only spacecraft that can battle, but also, let's say, a turret and a spacecraft can hit each other, shoot at each other. One of the other things that we've been definitely listening to is kids don't only play like this; they also do this. So then we also get explosions. Make sure that plays as the kids want to play, you know. But once we're in the Death Star, we have this very iconic throne room. And who is in the throne room? Of course, the Emperor. We want to bring that alive, right? Nice. So if there's anything that sets the scene, then it's this little music for an epic duel, right? So I'm gonna now, you know, we have creatures, we had music, we had battling spacecraft, we had a lot of stuff. But the one other thing that we definitely want to bring to life in the Star Wars universe, lightsabers. Who doesn't want to see and hear that, right? So Vader is all powered up. There we've got Luke. So what we have here is the movement. Brings the lightsaber swoosh sounds, and then if we have hits, we get the lightsabers crackling. So sorry, Judy, you go ahead. Then we can have a little demo duel here. I'm left-handed, so I'm a bit disadvantaged. Oh, there it was. I've demoed a lot, so I've been practicing this. But yeah, I'd like to see if anybody else here wants to, you know, duel with each other, maybe. Sure, of course.
Just goes bang.
I love your skills, right? And so what we'll also get is the character that is off its platform will scream in defeat. So again, we just demoed now here with Luke and Vader, but any of our smart characters can take the place. We could have Evil Emperor with his crackling lightning bolts, I guess. He could join the battle too, and you know, it doesn't stop. It stops where the kids find it fun, right? So, and that's, you know, it could be anywhere. So yeah, that was a Lego Star Wars Smart Play, which again we're super excited about. That's going to launch in March, so just not long anymore. And yeah, this was just the 3 all-in-one sets that we've demoed of that here, and then before that we have the platform of Smart Play. So I don't know if there's any questions to either of that.
So the bricks are powered, the smart brick, and are you charging it using the yellow?
So this would be the wireless charger, and so again this comes with the cable, and then this would be the wireless charging. It's not plugged in, obviously, no, but,
sure.
Yeah, so this would be how you would charge your bricks.
And any life expectancy? Yeah. How much power? How long do they stay powered before you got to charge them?
Yeah. So, like, I think the best example was when that X-wing was fully loaded with all the characters, with flying upside down, with all the sensors being involved. That is same as with your smartphone and having all the apps running. It you know, goes a little bit faster. So if we have that scenario, the high-end scenario, kids running around the room with all their energy, we've got 45 minutes.
Okay.
But again, even when I was doing my demo here, quite full on, some bricks did, you know, they go asleep in a way. That's why I shake it to wake it, right? And that definitely extends the life in play. So yeah, and then we've got about 2 hours. If it's completely drained, right? We've got about 2 hours to get it back to
charge it.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. The Smart Play Star Wars Lego sets look really fun. I loved all the responsiveness when playing with the smart bricks, when the starfighters were shooting, when Darth Vader and Luke were dueling with lightsabers. If I were a kid, I would think that they were really cool, and even watching all this as an adult, it looked really cool. The Star Wars Smart Play sets are being released in March here of 2026, and the Star Wars Throne Room Duel and A-Wing Smart Brick set, which has 962 pieces, is going to be priced at $159. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter Smart Brick set, which has 473 pieces, going to be priced at $69. And Luke's Red 5 X-Wing Smart Brick set, featuring 581 pieces, is going to be priced at $89. We had quite the adventure riding up and down the Las Vegas Strip on our way to CES in a new Zoox robo-taxi that we took while we were getting around Las Vegas. You can check out that cool video of our robo-taxi ride. That'll be popping up after this video or down in the video description. My name is Jeff. I do appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to have more highlights from CES 2026, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.